got burdens on my shoulders. If I fold it, they gon' stay. Get my vanity for this game. The signs is clear to see. I'm trying to make you mine. When you got started, I just laugh like. Now you heard about me in my bed. I'm doing a show, I'll be back soon. That ain't what she wanted, yeah. Got the fastest car Zoom.
So I wanted to answer some questions, and I feel like it would just be kind of interesting and fun to see what's up. So the first one is, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? This answer I've thought of like my whole life because I feel like I have an old soul, so it's always been more difficult to like fit in, if you will, with people my age. The things that I'm into and that make me happy are very different than the typical college student. I can't fucking breathe, shit. Mainly just like the whole going out and really like outgoing activities that a lot of people in college enjoy. I do take part in, but a lot of the times I don't now because it's not my scene. I just prefer to kick back and relax. That's very draining for my energy, and I need to take care of myself, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my age would be like in my 30s. What is the one thing you'd most like to change about the world? There's a lot of different things I'd want to change, and I feel like my purpose definitely is to make a change. I really want people to be more open-minded about themselves and kind of explore who they are and their interests more than what, you know, they just grew up with certain beliefs and hobbies and things like that. So whenever there's a day that you want to start questioning yourself and like, who am I, what am I about, what makes me happy, what am I passionate about, and if people don't know those things, I would want the world to take time away from more like formal settings like school and work and things like that in college. People don't take enough time for themselves at all. So I want people to start loving themselves more and taking better care of themselves, and if that means kind of pushing off other responsibilities, I'd say that's a good thing. Are you doing what you believe in, or are you settling for what you're doing? I'm definitely doing what I believe in, and this is something that I'm really proud of. I want to be an artist, I want to make music, I want to paint, create, make clothes, like all kinds of stuff. I'm just kind of exploring with it and having fun and following my passion. That's what I believe in, is following your passion. I'm like out of breath, oh my god. If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently? I would live it the exact same, except for me to put all my goals into action and make them reality. I need to have money for that so I can start my different businesses. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things? I used to be all about doing things right. Like, I was a perfectionist through and through, absolutely like had to, I don't know, I was a little try-hard. I feel like I used to be kind of on a timeline of like wanting to rush through my life, and that kind of ties back with the other one about my age. I feel like I'm mentally a 30-year-old, but I'm in the body of a 20-year-old. Now I do look at things differently, and I focus on doing the right thing for myself, which is just following my heart and my passion, and whatever feels right, I'm gonna do it. How come the things that make you happy don't make everyone happy? The things that make me happy are definitely things that are more solo activities, and a lot of people I've noticed in college, they don't really like to be alone very often. They might say they do, but like the way you live really is a better reflection of that than what you're just saying. Well, I'm more like the art type, like I want to watercolor and read and paint and journal, watch YouTube, or play around with my tarot cards and all that kind of stuff. To most people that might be like a boring kind of thing, but to me it's really fun. What's one thing you have not done that you really want to do, and what's holding you back? The thing that I haven't done yet is started these businesses that I have in my mind, and the thing that's holding me back is finances. Also, I want to gain a little bit more experience in kind of the business realm and start like researching how I can actually get these things going instead of just like having it as an idea. Have you been the kind of friend you want as a friend? I feel like this has been a problem my entire life. I personally haven't had anyone that particularly stood out and kind of modeled this behavior and this lifestyle that I want to live. So I've had to kind of go through the dark a bit and find myself and start figuring out what makes me happy. And if I can't find that in the external. Like if there's no friend around that has these attributes that I really like and value in people, then whenever I'm by myself, I try to kind of cultivate this person that I would want to be friends with for myself. Is this even recording? I'm sad. Okay, yeah, we good. If not now, then when? It took me so long to understand this, live it, breathe it, do it. I used to be the person that's like always trying to push off, like, oh, I'm not happy right now, but it's okay because I'll wait for my happiness. I've learned happiness is like a now thing, it's not a later thing. And that's a really important lesson to learn if you want to actually be happy. And it's okay if like your circumstances aren't fantastic or like ideal or where you would want to be, but that's okay because it's just part of it. And if you kind of envision it like riding a wave, like you just ride the wave out. You just ride the wave out. And if you're having like doubts about yourself or you're having fear about like what's to come in your life and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what the fuck is going on, it's okay because like a lot of people don't and you're not alone in that. So just remember that. Do what you want now, be passionate now, don't hold off. Today is your day, like come on. Have you ever been with someone, said nothing, and walked away feeling like you just had the best conversation ever? There's actually one particular person in my life who I feel this with. It's kind of the only person that I have this connection with, so it's really special to me. We'll be in the same room, hours on end, and I feel so fulfilled, and it's like I'm hanging out with myself in a way. It's like that level of kind of comfort and like love, I guess. It's really special, and I feel like a lot of relationships now and friendships and things like that, relationships with people in your life, you kind of feel the need to run your mouth all the time, always like have an opinion about something. It's okay just to like be with each other. Is it possible to know without a doubt what is good and what is evil? I've just learned to trust my intuition and my heart, and the way that I do that is separating myself from any distraction in my life or really people in general, honestly. If you don't allow anything else to influence you but yourself, like you kind of have to be forced to sit in a room with yourself, like isolated in a sense, like just like imagine that. Once you kind of learn who you are and you know how to read what's around you, you can read the vibe of something, the energy of something, and if something feels good and right, you'll just know. So after getting to know yourself, it's an instinct kind of thing, like you don't have to worry about it. When is it time to stop calculating risk and rewards and just go ahead and do what you know is right? I would always be that person who had to like pro, con, everything. I had to know like specifically what direction I was moving in, what I was gonna do, how I was gonna do it, what it would be like to do it, what it'd be like to not do it, and I would think of all the repercussions of both. What I learned during this whole lifetime pretty much until this year is that's kind of dumb. You have today and you need to take the risk. As long as it feels like a safe option, it doesn't have to feel comfortable. If you're always in your comfort zone and you're not willing to change or try something new, good luck. You just need to know that once you take the leap, the reward will be greater because of your confidence. Because you took the leap, you'll be rewarded for that. But if you're gonna stay stuck, you won't be rewarded for staying stuck. You'll just have to go through a bunch of shit and learn a bunch of lessons until you can see clearly that, oh, probably should have just taken that jump. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make a mistake? Whenever we learn from a mistake, it's kind of rewarding. Like, in a way, if everything's going wrong in your life or that's what you think or feel and, you know, you just feel like life's kind of shitting on you right now, it's okay. You just need to not worry about what other people think of you or how this action or way of being is going to affect like a certain friendship. You're born into this world alone, you leave this world alone, so you need to be able to do things alone and not be afraid that you will mess up. You need to not worry about being perfect or worry about doing it right the first time or having your best foot forward every single time in every area of your life. If you think that way, then you will be too scared to take the leap and make a mistake. Yes, I'm just excited to share my journey with you. If you want to keep up, then subscribe. There will be a wide variety of things for you to choose from. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all in the next one.